I'm live. Oop. Sorry, y'all. I'm still trying to get situated. Sorry, y'all. I'm having allergy problems. My hair's crazy. I work from home today, so my commute was from the bed to the couch, so I didn't even do anything with my hair or nothing. I rarely do, though. Give it like 2 minutes for some people to get on here. What's up, Slab Buster? I hope you're doing good and staying safe. Been catching any fish lately? The post-spawn bite's getting good. It's kind of what I'm going to talk about today. Where I'm fishing and where I've been having some luck. Man, I look tired. Let's see, give me a second. I'm gonna move this light because it's right in my face. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I'm not sure how long I'll be on here. I'm pretty tired. But we'll at least get on here and talk a little bit and see how y'all are doing. Did y'all watch the latest video? That one seems to be doing pretty good. I think Slab Buster, yeah, good. Just trying to do some fishing, but it's been tough around here weather-wise. It's been tough here too. The wind's been blowing. I mean, every day basically. It seems like. I got out a couple days ago. It was blowing probably 25 or 30. My son's in the background, so if y'all hear some weird noises, it's just him. Just over there doing his thing. See, I've been finding more and more fish post-spawn. I actually went, like I said, a couple days ago and found some just post-spawn fish. They were all spawned out. I think I caught had some eggs maybe, but most of them were done. They, I mean, they're in their textbook, you know, spots right when they get done spawning. They don't go far from those spawning areas. I was just finding them in some, like in coves, the Mousa coves, timber, brush. I mean, they were on it. I didn't check any bridges or anything. If I get to go back out later this week, I'm gonna try some bridges. And the wind was just blowing too bad to really do anything besides just stay in the coves and fish the timber and get out of the wind. Didn't look for any spawners either. Well, I didn't look for any spawners really. I'm sure there's some still, but I didn't look for any. But yeah, so just the Mousa coves, you know, shallow water. I mean, it didn't I think the deepest caught fish was like 17, 18 foot, and the shallowest was like 10 foot. I didn't look any shallower than that, but I know there's some somewhere. Where are y'all finding the same thing on y'all in y'all's area, or? Yeah, May's coming up. May's a good month. I like May. The fish start getting, they fully, well, it depends on the lake, but mostly they're post spawn. One lake in particular I fish, there's May is a good month to catch them spawning, but it's not the norm. You catch them on that lake till June spawning actually. But yeah, May. The only one thing about May too is it's usually pretty windy. This is how it usually is. Like it's been the last few days. It's been windy. That's how it's gonna be. And then come June, it's gonna get tough. It's gonna get hot, and those fish are gonna get finicky. You got to downsize and get minnows and finesse them, but that's part of it. I'll talk about that in later lives though. What I do to get those fish to bite. Yeah, I mean, if y'all have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I haven't went and dock shot. This video's from like a week or two ago, I guess. My days all run together now, but they still weren't really on the docks. I had to work for them. Benigno Briones. I know I'm saying that wrong, but should we look for post spawn now instead of spawning crappie? Me personally, I don't like the spawning crappie. They're too weird and finicky and in and out. So I've been waiting on some post spawn fish because those fish are going to be on the same stuff everywhere. They're going to be on brush, timber, bridges. They're going to be where they usually are in the summer. They're just going to be a little shallower, and they're not as affected by the weather. It could cold front, they're not going to move. Those shallow fish, the cold fronts come in, they're going to swash back and forth, in and out. They're not going to stay. They're just too finicky. So I'm going to be targeting post spawn fish from here on out. I might go try some spawning areas, some later spawning areas that I know should have some, but I mean, dams are a good place to fish right now. That's usually the last place the fish spawn is on the dam. I didn't try that the other day, but I should have. But I just found too good a fish on the post spawn stuff. Caught some really good fish. That video will be coming out pretty soon. I think maybe next week sometime. I got one more sand bass video that I'm going to post later this week. And then that's all the sand bass videos I have. They're done. Well, creek sand bass. If I find some out on the lake somewhere, I'll do that. I wanted to try and do some shad spawn stuff, but I don't know if I can get up 6 or 7 o'clock that early and function. I'm so tired. So maybe next year. Maybe I get a good night's sleep and go out and try it one day. But as of now, I don't see me getting up that early. But there's sand bass spawning there's not sand bass, shad spawn's going on. Some fish are shallow on the points. I know that for a fact. It's cool. Keep up the great content. Your videos are awesome. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. The support helps a lot, knowing that I'm putting out stuff that y'all enjoy. Let's see. only thing I don't like about this live is how it keeps, you have to keep touching those comments for it to be able to show up. But there are some fish spawning still. You just gotta, they're just not in their normal areas. Slab Buster, that latest vid you made was great, dude. I really enjoyed that one. Also, I'm not to brag, but I feel like that was my best edited video. I'm trying to get, especially now that I have more time, at home. I'm trying to get learn more about this editing software I have and put a little more editing stuff in, and not too crazy, but just mix it up a little. So that one I kind of wanted it to be like a storyline to show what I do to find those fish on those docks, because it's a lot of times it's not just go out there, pull up to the first one and start catching. You got to look for them and pattern them, just like anything, but anywhere. But I feel like that video kind of depicted pretty well what I go through on a day, trying to find some dock fish, and what adjustments I make during the day and what I take note of. I definitely want to do some more how-to videos. I'll do some of those in the summer, how to do certain techniques and break it down a little more, what I look for. And if y'all enjoy that, definitely let me know if y'all would like some more how-to videos. Slab Buster, hey, those Lowrance hook units you have, do you like them? Have you had any problems with them? I'm looking at the 9-inch. Slab Buster, I'm gonna be honest, that I don't really like them. If I had to do it all over, I'd go Humminbird. And the reason for that is the transducer on the one that I have is horrible. It's really weak. I'm on the second one. The first one just completely went dead on me. I mean, I couldn't, if I got deeper than 5 or 10 foot, I couldn't see anything. It was just black. And I'm having the same problem with this one, but this one, it seems like it's 20, 25 foot. Especially on the side scan. Anything out past 20, 25 foot, you really can't see what you're looking at. It just looks like darkness. And then sometimes it takes forever for the unit to turn on. Like me, I turn it off and on when I'm, especially if I'm just shooting docks or whatever. I already know the docks that I'm gonna go try in the areas, so I don't even have it on. And turn it on, if I need to turn it on real quick to drive by a dock, it takes it even a minute or two sometimes. Sometimes I have to unplug it and plug it back in to restart it. But they work. It depends on what you want to use it for. If you're fishing 20 foot or shallower, I'd say go ahead and get it. If you want to fish out past 20 foot, I'd look at a Humminbird. If I get another one, I'm gonna get a Humminbird. Oops. Slab Buster, I heard they're bad about losing depth. Yeah, I don't know if it's the losing depth or if it's just the transducer is just not strong. It's just not a strong transducer. It's really not. But it works. And then especially, excuse me, it works good, especially in the summertime. I mean, you can see, I have some pictures. Excuse me. I'll try to get that this summer too. It picks up shad and everything. I mean, but if it's, shallower than 20 foot, I got some pictures from the last year or two. Couldn't even see brush on this one lake I fished. They're just blacked out with shad everywhere. The GPS on it works pretty good. Every now and then it'll get a little squirrely, but I think that's got something to do with the satellites or something. I don't think it has anything to do with the unit. But I've had it for over 2 years. A little over 2 years. So I have a Garmin Striker 7. It's really good so far. It comes on fast. I just want a 9 for the console. I think I have a Garmin Striker something for my tube. Don't remember what the model is. It's a good little unit. It has some GPS. I just didn't like how it doesn't, the lake, my home lake it doesn't really, in the summer I can't tell what's brush and what's shad, so I didn't like it for that when I used it, but yeah, I definitely plan on getting a Humminbird the next time I upgrade. I'd love to get live scope, but I mean, you don't really have to have it. It's just more of a toy than anything. But I went out, what day was it? Last, I think it was Sunday, or I think it was Sunday, I don't remember. And we had, I think, 22 keepers fishing post spawn stuff. A lot of little fish. Those little fish will get bigger once that just tells you that a lot of them, there's still a good amount of fish that are coming out. They're not fully out yet. Once they are, all those little fish will get a little bigger. I mean, every one except one, I think, was spawned out. A lot of skinny fish. But I'm glad the post spawn bite's finally getting here. And this lake is like the only lake that is like normal level. So I took advantage. I want my other lakes to kind of settle a little bit more before I mess with those. Mark Williams, what's up, Anthony? Hey Mark. I was just messaging you. I saw your message. Those are some good fish. I'll reply to that whenever I'm done here. But I saw them. They were nice fish. I hope you're doing well, by the way. Yeah, the helix are hard to beat for the mega side imaging. Yeah, the mega side imaging would be cool for sure. Mark still had eggs. Yeah, I think I didn't clean any of the 22 that we caught, but I would bet there's some retained eggs on some of those. Usually around this, if the fish still have eggs at this point, I don't think they're gonna drop them unless they're on that, that excuse me, that lake that's late. Hi, this is Soul. Hey, Soul. My goddaughter's on here watching me. She says this is boring, so I'm wondering why she's on here. I'll give her a hard time. I was looking at side imaging for my boat, but I have float pods on the back of my boat, and was told can I put the transducer back there? Float pods? I'm not sure if I've ever heard of float pods on the back of the boat. Crappie Express, you can explain a little bit more? I'm not real sure what those are. Yeah, because the transducer has to be in a real specific spot for it to work right. Google them. I'll Google them after this and check it out and see what it is. Yeah, I hate to hear that, because side imaging will help a lot, especially if you don't have it. It's a lot better than just straight up 2D. Mark, all but one was females, all had eggs, spawn done, was 70 to 75 in the creek. Yeah, I bet a lot of those fish are retaining eggs. I'm sure you see that too, Mark. Do you see that too, Mark? How they retain eggs? It seems like it depends on the lake too, but my home lake fluctuates a whole lot, and that lake, they're really notorious about they won't drop them. Especially if that lake's going up and down, they don't even, they go up, the lake goes up 10 or 15 foot and drops it back down in a month, and the fish don't even have time to spawn. I don't know where I think I know where they spawn. They spawn deep, because they can't go spawn on the bank because that water will drop and leave them dry. Slapbuster. The spawn has been weird here. Only one day on the bank, the next 10 to 13 foot. I guess all the rain we've had. Yeah, that's kind of why, you know, I've said it in some videos, I don't even fish for the crappie, especially this year. I can get on some spawning fish if I look for them, but I didn't even want to look for them this year with the lakes flooded. I mean, my home lake was at least 15 foot high one time, and it's still 5 or 6 foot over. I mean, I just don't even want to mess with it. It scatters those fish really bad. Crappie Express, it's hard to explain. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'll check it out and see. I've never heard of them or seen them myself, so I don't know how to you know, vision how they look. Excuse me, Mark Williams. Absorb them, will turn white. Yep. They'll start getting pale. They won't be bright yellow like they are before they drop them. Yeah, Mark, I think I'm gonna leave that lake down there alone for a little bit longer. Another week at least. I'm not gonna mess with it this week. And then I got an Crappie Express. Where do you fish on Louisville? I fish. Louisville's a big lake. There's fish everywhere. It just depends on. I don't fish Louisville as much as I used to. I mean, just take your pick. I mean, there's 3 bridges. They hold fish generally, you know, year round, but there's a lot of people that fish those bridges. There's a lot of timber, there's brush, there's rocks. I mean, I fish all over. I go all over especially if I can find a calm day. I'll go through a whole tank of gas driving around Louisville. There's lots of brush, lots of timber, and bridges, and the rocks hold fish, marinas. Buster. It's either raining here or cold, or the wind is blowing 100, or all of the above. Last few months it's been tough and hard to keep up with the crappie movements. Yep, same here. Actually, a week and a half ago or so, I think it was like 38, 37 when I went fishing. And that's really odd for mid-April. It'll get cold, but usually not, you know, mid to upper 30s. And they did that for a couple of days, and I think that's why a lot of the dock fish aren't really there where they should be. I think they're slow at a week or two. Mark, when you head, message me. I'll drop a pin map for places to check. Hey, Mark, I appreciate it. I'll let you know. Hopefully, next week or the week after. Started back working from home this week, so I don't have as many days open as I had been. So, but I'll definitely let you know. I appreciate it. And then too, I have an announcement to make, but I'm gonna make that next week on next week's live. It's not a good announcement, but I wanted to be straight up, you know, straightforward with y'all and let y'all know ahead of time. That way y'all aren't wondering what's going on. Cypress Express, where do you usually put in on Louisville? That depends on the wind, Crappie Express, and where I'm planning on fish. Usually, like I said, I haven't fished Louisville that much, but back in the day when I fished it regularly, I would launch out of Westlake Park. I like fishing the old lake because a lot of times it's protected from a south wind. You can fish that area, you know, fish the bridge. There's some brush around there, some rocks, some timber. I usually, launch there and, go to the cut and drive around if, the wind's nice. And then two, it was cheap. I think it was like $3 back then to launch. I don't know what it is now, and I don't even know if it's still open, to be honest. But last year, I think when I went, I think 2 or 3 times last year. I know I launched at Little Elm once, and then I launched like over by Tower Bay, which I'll never do that again. They didn't have a courtesy dock, and it was rough trying to get on the boat, the rocks. But I mean, I'm not trying to hide anything. I fish all over that lake. That lake is humongous. It's big. Especially from a fishing standpoint, that lake is huge. It really just depends on the wind, where I fish, and where I think the fish are. Mark Williams, no docks, be timber. Yeah, timber is probably where it's at right now. Those I mean, still not seeing the reports that I should be seeing from people I know down there. I watch them, but they just it seems like it's still work. But I'm keeping an eye on it, so. Because it's getting hot now. I mean, it's, this whole week is pretty much in the 80s, so it's, I think even 93 I saw next week, or the end of this week, I don't remember. It's about to start pushing those fish out more. They're going to be wrapping things up real quick here in the next couple weeks. Slapbuster, yeah, weather's killing me. I've caught some nice fish by this time of year, but they have been few and far between lately. Yeah, same. I mean, usually I can find some dock fish pretty good by now, but it's just not happening this year. I was surprised to find the fish so far along whenever I fished this week. They were pretty far along. They were done, and I also wanted to say too, I have the super chat down below if you want to, put some money toward a question, and I'll answer that right away. It can be as little as 99 cents or whichever. If I see that, come across, I'll jump to that question real quick. I just wanted to put that out there that way y'all know. Any amount helps tremendously. Helps me, to have more gas money to put, some more content together and things of that sort. Boat ramp fees, stuff like that. First time fishing adventures. Hey, how are you? Thanks for joining. Raymond Mims, do you think the fish are in the creeks? I don't think the fish are in the creeks anymore. There may be, if there's a few. I think, Mark was saying he caught some fish in the creeks, but there's a few in there, but for me, I'm done with the creeks, I think. Sand bass are moving out. I know there's a lot of catfish in the creeks right now, but as far as crappie and stuff, I think mostly they're out of there. Any of those spawning fish still are probably going to be main lake coves and stuff. That's usually the last place they spawn. Slapbuster. It's the Rona. Man, that Rona is something else. The lakes are crazy packed. It's like a holiday. It's like a holiday every single day on the lakes. Yeah, Mark, they stay there all year. Have to find them. Yeah, there are a lot of fish that stay in the creeks and they don't leave. Resident fish. Definitely not the numbers, certain times a year, but there are definitely fish all the time in there. I just get burnt out on the creek fishing too. I mean, I fish creeks from end of October, November, 1st of November, all the way to mid to end of April. So I get kind of burnt out on it. I like to go, by the time April's here, I'm ready to go out to the lake and find some main lake fish. They are there on Saturdays. It's like the 4th of July around here. Yep, 4th of July every day around here. That's what it seems like. Weekdays or not. I saw a picture of the 2-mile bridge on Tawakoni, and it looked like there was at least 50 to 70 boats out there, and I'm not exaggerating at all. I'm glad I don't fish out there. That is not fun to me. Mark Williams, June, I'm done. Too hot to fish in the creek. That's another thing too. In that creek in the summer, it's hot. It's stagnant. That's a good, reason I fish it too in the winter when it's windy. I mean, you can get in there and it's not too windy and it's not too freezing cold. But it's vice versa in the summer. Slab buster. Yeah, I can't deal with that. Same. I'm not into crowd fishing. I told my wife, if I have to fish in a crowd like that, I would quit fishing. It's not fun to me. I did it so long before I really knew what I was doing. I'd go fish the barge at Joe Pool all day. I was really young. All day. Fishing next to people, fishing pressured waters, and I definitely don't miss that crowded type fishing. Fishing Rowlett Creek, I don't like that. White Rock Creek in the winter, I don't like that either. Raymond Mims, what's the biggest crappie you caught this year in the creeks? The biggest crappie, I don't remember one in particular, but I'd say I caught some 14, 15 inches in there. Nothing crazy. I've caught, in the last couple of trips, I've actually caught bigger fish than I caught in the creeks all winter. The dockfish that I didn't have on camera in the video before this dock video, that one was one of the bigger ones I've caught this whole winter and this whole spring. And then I caught one the other day it was a pretty nice fish. I have it on video too. It'll be coming out, like I said, in the next week or so. That fish was a nice fish. Post spawn, it was real skinny. Didn't weigh much, but it had a big frame. I let it go back. I already had my quota. Yeah, it seems like Raymond. To me, it seems like the creeks are not really a big fish. Plan. Creeks are more of a numbers thing. If you want to go catch 100, pound fish, that's the thing to do, is go up the creeks. If you want to go catch some 2 or 3 pound fish, most of the time it seems like they are out in the main lake. But you catch some nice fish in the creek, just not no monsters. Sharon L. I wish they had creeks like that here in Virginia, Hampton Roads. They probably do, but the access is limited. Yeah, that's always a tough thing. Luckily, I don't know about, up there, but here we got a lot of Corps of Engineer land, so luckily we have a lot of public land to access those creeks. There's a lot of little parks and stuff right around them. Kind of going off subject here while we're talking about creeks though. It's always amazing to me how many people just park right at the parking area and walk straight down right there by the parking area and fish. If you fish the creeks, get away from the parking area. Go as far away from it as you can. Because I promise you, those fish are not lined up right there by the parking area waiting to jump on the hook. I see it all the time, right next to where they park. They don't even walk. They don't, try to go up and down or go find them. They just sit right by the car, just wait for them to come. I've always thought to myself, those fish don't care if they get caught or not. You have to go catch them. Mark Williams, kayak or 2-man boats, best way for the creeks. Yeah, I would agree. That's part of I'll give you a little hint. That's part of the announcement next week. Is I'm getting a small little boat. I'm not sure what kind yet exactly. I have an idea of one I want to get, but I'm still trying to look and see what I want to do. But yeah, the boat a lot of times is just too much trouble. I'd rather just drop in with a little bitty boat in the creeks and fish that way. I'm gonna stay on here another 10 minutes or so. I'll get out of here 45 minutes. I hate to cut it short, but I'm tired today. Son's waking up too. I hear him over there making noises. He's getting ready. He says no rest for me. Crappie Express, aluminum or Bass Buster? It's actually a I don't even know how to describe it. It's a one-man pontoon. It's not a Bass Buster or it's not an aluminum boat. It's like a kind of like a tube, but just a bigger tube. Like the kind of like the, I don't know if you've seen the Colorado XTS. I think it's got two little pontoon, you know, inflatable air things, and it's got some framework and a seat. I had one of the old Hobie plastic ones I got rid of. I wish I wouldn't have got rid of it, but I just needed the money at the time. I didn't really use it. Man, have you fished East Texas? We have a lot of quality crappie. Yeah, I fish East Texas a lot. Not as much as I wish I could, but I fish it a lot. I go out there and shoot docks, and I wish I could put more time out there. It's just such a far drive, especially now. It's hard for me to get away, you know, especially, you know, drive 3-4 hours. Mark Williams, pain in the butt, hate those, had them before. Yeah, I know it's not the best, but I'm gonna roll with it and see. I have a pretty good. I don't plan on, you know, rowing all over the place with it, but I definitely have some areas I know I can put in and not have to do too much and catch some fish. I just want a little more mobility. The tube I have, it's just such a pain. That one's horrible. I hated having to try and kick that thing across the lake. Any kind of wind. I mean, you almost have to be an Olympic swimmer or something to try and get across the lake in one of those. What thrust trolling motor are you going to put on it? I'm not going to put any trolling motor. I don't want to have to get it registered and all that. Too much hassle. I'm just going to just use the oars and kick. I'm going to try and get a little anchor and see how that works. I'm not real sure how that's going to work, but I'm going to try and do a little anchor. That way if I, you know, find some brush, and I always said I'm not going to anchor up on brush, but I mean, a little anchor for this ain't going to hurt nothing. But I don't want to have to deal with getting it registered and paying all that every year, and I don't feel like having to mess with it. They sit high, so a little wind blows them around. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna get a little anchor for it. Cause I don't mind, you know, little. I mean, the boat I have, it one lost my train of thought. The can't remember what I was even talking about. That's how tired I am. Oh, it sits high. Yeah, that was the problem with the tube. Is it just, you know, it drug too much. So trying to get it across, I wouldn't mind it, you know, drifting a little more. But we'll see. I mean, I'm really trying to look around and see, you know, exactly what I want. I'm not planning on, you know, going crazy and taking it all over the place, but I have areas that I think I can, you know, put it in pretty close and not have to paddle too much to get to the spot and catch some fish. And so we'll see. Bring some Red Bull, yeah, for sure. Like I said, I had that tube, and that tube wore me out. This has to be a little better than the tube, I would think, as far as maneuverability. Mark Williams, one stick up, pop it. Which one did you have, Mark? You know, remember the brand? Better off with a kayak. Yeah, I've wanted to get a kayak. How do the kayak my issue with the kayak is, one, it's I mean, to get a good one, it's a couple $1,000s, because I would need one with the pedal. I forget what the Mirage Drive. So I'm thinking, at least with this little boat, I can at least kick my feet to stay in place. I mean, it's gonna be work, but I can at least kick my feet to stay in place, and I can have my hands free. Can't wait for those videos, Crappie Express. Yeah, I'm gonna put a lot of those videos out. It'll be fun. Outcast, no, why paddle it? The little boat, the kayak, or you talking about like putting a trolling motor on the kayak, or? For the kayak anchoring it, you think it would take more weight to anchor the kayak as opposed to the little little boat? Pontoon was an Outcast. I'm not sure how the Outcast looks. The one I'm looking at is the Roanoke, I think. That's the one I'm looking at. I'm not. I mean, that's what the leader is right now, but I'm not committed. I'm still, looking around and seeing. I don't want to jump into something, just looking at reviews and stuff like that. Shelly Covington, howdy everyone, just jumped in here. What are you purchasing, kid? Hey Shelly, thanks for joining. Looking to get a little like one-man pontoon. My son's getting mad. Mark will even know if I use a 1.5 pound anchor. Huh. That's crazy. I would have thought it would take more than that. That's good to know. What kind of anchor? I mean, I know there's a bunch of was it like a hook anchor, or? Way too many options with a kayak. What kayak do you have, Mark? Or did you have? I've always wanted a kayak, but the ones that I would like are, basically a down payment on a boat or a house. Have you tried a viewfinder on a server inflatable boat? Works as far as locating fish. I have not, Raymond, but I had a little fish finder on my tube. Sorry, I'm having allergies today. I had that on there, but most of the time I didn't really use it. I would have I would just fish bridges and timber and stuff like that I didn't have to use it. 3 hooks folds out. Okay. I have an ocean kayak now, but think I'm getting another. I'll look into it, Mark. Like I said, I'm not. If the price is right, I definitely would like to get a kayak. I don't know what the price point is on those. I got a set budget to get something, so with all that's going on. Hook City, yo, what's up, Kid Crappie? What's up, Ken? Thanks for joining. I know you've been busy. I appreciate you tuning in. I hope you're doing well. Shelly, if y'all, I'm sure y'all are, but if y'all are not subscribed to Hook City TV, go check him out. He has a lot of crappie videos and He's a good dude, and he knows how to find them and catch them. So definitely go look his channel up if y'all haven't already. Shelly, nice. My husband thinks we should get a 2-man. A 2-man's not bad. I've had some 2-mans before. They're not bad. Put a trolling motor on them, and you can fish, pretty good. Pretty good areas. Sign 75 views, just had to fix it up. LOL. Hey, that's the kind of deal I'm looking for. $75 to sign me up. I have money left over. Kid, keep watch for kayaks on Facebook Market or the pawn shops. Good deals. Thanks, Shelly. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Look around and see what I can find. I like to fish a lot of backwater off the beaten path areas. So these little boats like this are going to be perfect. Let's see. Hook City TV. Thanks, bro. Hey, you're welcome, man. No worries. I hate sitting in kayaks. Only sit on top. Yeah, sit on top would be the best. I couldn't. Yeah, I'm not into sit in either. So we'll definitely see what I can find. I'm not really, I got kind of a time frame I have to get one. I'll go into further detail in the next live next week, but I definitely have a little bit of time to look, so I'm gonna definitely take my time and look. The sun's over there showing out. Need to get you in one first to test CC, then go from there. Yeah, I know. That's what I've heard too. Is it's every kayak's not the same, and it's definitely best to try them out. That's the only issue. I don't know how what everyone's trying to do to do that. I know some dealers that do the test and all that they used to. I don't know about with everything going on if they're still doing it or not. But I'll definitely look around. I definitely want to, keep my options open. Because I'm basically looking for mobility, get from spot to spot. I don't want to be too limited and, have to stay in a certain area. I'd love to be able to, go around a little ways, and then I'd like to be able to fish open brush. Open brush, timber, bridges, all the basic stuff. Use better bang for your buck. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna check the marketplace and look around and see what I can find. I've never looked on that, so I mean, definitely might find something good. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna wrap it up and cut it a little short. I hate to cut it short, but I'm exhausted. And I got the son's over there. He's ready to eat or be held or something. Been working all day too, so I don't want the wife to have to do it all day, so I want to help her out. So Crappie Express. See you next time. Hey, thanks for joining, and we'll see you on the next one. Stay safe. Shelly, American Pond in Garland is where we bought a good kayak for little money. Hey, thank you. I'll look into that, American Pond. I'll definitely look into that, Shelly. Thanks. I appreciate it. First time fishing adventures. Later, kid. Later. Thanks for joining. Stay safe. Mark Williams, take care, stay safe. Thanks, Mark. You too. Thanks for all the help. You're always a ton of help. I appreciate it. If you're ever, by the way, Mark, if you're ever up here in the DFW and need some info or anything, let me know, and I'll definitely push you in the right direction and hopefully get you on some fish. Shelly Covington, Beltline in 30. Okay, Beltline in 30. Okay. Thanks again, Shelly. I'll definitely look into that. Hook City, help the wife, bro. I'll try and jump on earlier next week. Just woke up from the after work nap. Hey, no problem. I understand. You got to sleep when you can sleep. No worries, man. Thanks for tuning in at least. I appreciate it. Shelly Covington. Later, Shelly. Thanks again for joining, and thanks for the info. I'll definitely look into that. Mark Williams, appreciate it. Same to you. All right, take it easy, Mark. We'll see you next time. All right, y'all. I think that's gonna wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in. As always, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit the notification bell that if you want more content. Got some more videos coming out. Another sand bass video later this week. What is today? Monday? Yeah, later this week I'll post another sand bass video. That'll be the last one, and then it'll be all crappie and mainly crappie after that. So, and don't forget to hit like this if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one. Y'all stay safe and take it easy.